I feel like now is a good time as any to talk about the topic of the day. Hello YouTube, which is how to defend against Balrog. And thank you for the follow. How to defend against Balrog. It's not an easy topic. People think he's a, I understand that it's not easy, but at the same time, there's definitely things that people I see online are making a lot of mistakes and not taking advantage of. And if I find someone that is taking advantage of all of those weaknesses that Balrog has, my match becomes, from the start, 100% tougher. I need to infuse some knowledge into my viewers how to defend against this maniac. He definitely has robbery potential. I really feel that if you start adopting these measures against Balrog, your life becomes already a little bit easier. It's a little bit like understanding when you're playing against characters like Honda. When you understand how to use the V-gauge defensively, it becomes a lot easier. I'm waiting for them to put a button out, either a medium with a lot of recovery or like a heavy button, and I'm just gonna V-reversal and put them back in the corner and it's a free turn. Is it worth to V-reverse dash punch? No. You're not in the threat of a throw. Blocking will do it. If you're in the corner and like this comes, any dash punch here is punishable. If you let him get out here, you can micro walk out of the corner. It's not worth to reverse dash punch. If you're talking in general, no. It's not, for example, poisons, heart rate. First, because it's -4. Second, because he has pushback, so I'm not gonna be on you. Even with this, which is +1, I'm not on you. The least I can do is create a space trap. The first tip that I'm gonna give you, learn to fight him, and I always say this all the time. Learn to fight him at the proper range. If you make me do the calls in neutral, if you allow me to set up wherever I want, you might have a bad time. A good answer could be a neutral jump. A little bit there, a little bit here. Throw a neutral jump. Not all the time. Some people feel threatened after this. There. At this range after that punch, people feel threatened because it's really perfect spacing for dash punch. So they will throw this out. But like, you're at a risk for this, so be very careful. First, don't allow me to dictate the pacing of the neutral. If you see me, like, I go for this, and then I go back a little bit like this, follow me. So if I see him, Balrog, do this all the time, and I'm gonna follow him a little, right? Sometimes I will. Read his habits, definitely. Dance in neutral. If he wants to do it again at that range, like let's say he catches you, you follow him a little bit. If he wants to do it again, and Balrog doesn't really have the best jabs in the world. Lab the 4-frame punish and learn at which range you can do it with your character. I know I can do it with Balrog. You can't really let him set up the neutral. This is the way you want to be against him. Because if he goes for a dash punch here, any dash punch will be punishable for like 90%, maybe all of the cast. You just need to lab it, right? This is the first step. And second step would be throwing a little bit of a neutral jump now and there. You have to make him know, hey, if you mindlessly go for like that, I know how to react. Yeah, conditioning to, yeah, sure, that's a part of it. Third tip that I will give you is the opposite of what I just said. To just walk back and look for that dash punch. Pretend like here, but like you're gonna stay here, and then you punish. This works really well if he only wants to use, the light ones. I find a lot of Paulines that do this. Since they have like a decent speed, they just like walk back and then fuck me up. She has super easy confirms with the standing heavy punch into the hands, the ice hands. Yeah, so these are 2 cards. If you feel like walking back, play outside of the range and look for the light one, and you can react to this. Like, you can even set up the dummy to do it, and I'm pretty sure you can react. Yeah, you can react to this. If I can react to it and I'm old, you can react to it. The fourth one is remembering that Balrog has a very weak cross-up game, both in offense and in defense. Oh, what happens there? Oh, what happened there? What happens here? Oh, that button is so godlike. Then how am I missing all those anti-airs? He doesn't have the best walking speed, so you're not gonna see many walk-unders from Balrog players. Offensively, cross-up wise, Balrog is trash too. Why? Because he doesn't have one. If you have a little bit of a walking speed, you're always gonna go on the other side. There's no cross-up threat ever. So why wouldn't you, dance in neutral? Let's see if I can think of another weakness that Balrog has. His defense is trash. Always remember, any option that you have on Wake Up is real, 100%. He doesn't have anything. This is not real. In case you were thinking that this is a first frame armor, this isn't. Pretty sure this comes out either on frame 2 or 3. I feel like we could talk about the V trigger too. Not the V trigger 2, but the V trigger as well, 2 in that sense. There's the robbery, right? The last tip that I can give you is not explaining how the V-trigger works, because I've already done that in a video. So what I'm gonna do is explaining a nuanced situation where it happens. If you're playing against Balrog V-trigger 1, you got to the situation where he has lower health. You know, he's got his V-trigger. You know he might want to find a way to activate. If you do have defensive meter, if you do have V-trigger, don't pop it. Because if I start doing this, yeah. There's nothing worse for a Balrog player doing this, starting a Rekka, wasting your Rekkas, and like, especially with characters that don't have this kind of view reversal, they just knock you down. You know, you activate it, you start your Rekkas, and they throw you down, they knock you down, it feels so bad. Against V-trigger 1 Balrog, you really have to think about V-gauge all the time. If you're in control of the situation, you feel like he's coming to his, you know, V-trigger, he hasn't used any defensive resources, don't use yours. Because if he pops it, like, you nullify, if you just block, you nullify his stuff. Like, there's nothing. And it's a freebie reversal. Anywho, hope you enjoyed, guys. Yeah, I think it's all useful information. And if you need to brush up on the V-trigger video, I'll link it in the description. Alright, guys, do the usual. Like the thing, subscribe, come to Italy again, we'll have a beer, I'll cook, you won't cook because I'm Italian, I know how to cook and you don't, but that's fine, I'll take care of it. And I guess I will see you on the other side of the robbery.